Drew, Nicholas, you are on the show for the first time. Who do you want to do a shout out to?
Oh, I want to shout out from PVD Red Registration. Well, what now? I always do this. Is PVD? It's a paranormal
Let's,
team.
let's
Okay,
do
it's
that.
Registration. Yeah, not going there. It's not working. But anyway, FBI, Mama D, paranormal, paranormal postmortem. See, I can't help it. I love making people giggle. That's my job. I have to do it this
There we
way.
go.
It's called
Well,
a
here we
back
go.
day.
Mama D, PDP, paranormal people, everybody. Let's get Drew, Nicholas, I am so happy to have you on the show today because we're just going to have fun. We're going to talk about psychics. We're going to laugh and we're going to inform people. We'll take some questions from the audience. We're going to do all kinds of fun things. And for all you guys out there from DNTV, this is the first time that you're seeing us. Welcome. And I can't wait to have you on and ask some questions. So, Drew, how you doing today?
Well, wow, how am I doing today? Do you know you're the very first person who asked me today how I'm doing? I think I'm doing okay. I'm sure it's something up there. Hello? Yeah, I'm doing okay.
I think also that you are our first guest that's not actually in the US. You're in the UK.
I'm
So,
honored. I'm really honored.
so I'm super happy, by the way, that you've asked us to be part of DNTV, and it makes me happy that we're getting to a wider audience and people are going to be able to see more things and know more things about you and about psychics and about all the paranormal stuff that's going on. So we're just going to have a conversation today, guys. If you've got questions for us or for Drew or for anything, please put them into the comments. They will show up, and we'll be able to put them in so that Drew can see them later. Okay. We've already got people from DNC saying hello. All kinds of cool things happening on the show. I love that. Mama D, how are you? All kinds of cool people.
This is God Abbott. That's Cody. He's my good friend.
Woohoo,
Um,
Marianne.
he's got a bit of a troublemaker. He calls me a Drubut. So
Drew Bet.
yeah, he calls me Drubut. So
I I love it. I love it. We're gonna get people up here. They're all saying hello to you for the first time. Marianne, I'm glad to see you joining the show and saying happy Wednesday. Thank you very, very much. And let's get this thing kicked off and started. You are known widely for being a psychic, and not just any psychic, a top psychic, which just happens to be what we're going to be talking about today. So,
yes.
what is let's just talk about how did you get into it for all the people that don't know you, and what have you been doing? We're going to start there, and then we're going to get deeper and deeper.
Oh, I like when someone gets deeper. Oh my days, there's a lot of work being done here, guys. Okay, first of all, okay, how I got into it, I started from a kid age. Everyone goes by five. Tell you the truth, you start from birth. You start seeing because you're a newborn, you're a new creation. But you won't remember all that because as you're growing up, your memory term lost. Some of them do, some cats to keep it. I started doing it in between 5 and 8,
Uh-huh.
correctly, properly. I started reading. My mum started making me a little bit aware of it, type of thing, like herself, and she thought I was going a bit crazy, bless her, and my family did. Um, I will admit I've been there. I've been to the psycho ward, but I wasn't sectioned. Okay, it's all right. It
Do,
happens.
do you know
And
what's interesting? There's a lot
yeah,
of people I've talked to who say, uh, I started using my gift and people thought I was crazy, and some people shut down, and then some people keep going with it. Uh,
yeah. If they got the right people around you, if you ain't or you one of them people who's been bullied or taunted, you'll start automatically shut down because of that comfort and that faith is being burned by a few period of audience or by who's not willing to support you. With myself, I started to feel like I was going crazy, and I will admit that. And I was taken to hospital where we call Kevin College Children Ward, but I wasn't sectioned. It was they put it down to a lot of stuff, and I don't believe it's down to anything like that. It was
mhm.
down to where you had that experience and you want to take it further. Never on medication. After I'd done that and I noticed what was going on, I kind of closed myself away from the spirit world and then let myself carry it on. by seeing what I was seeing, and I started building up inside. Waited till I get older. I never liked my bedroom light off. I always had my bedroom light on until my adult form. And that's one thing not many people tells you about as a spiritualist. You can see him in your in the daytime. You can see him in the dark time. Dark time is the most strongest because the darkness or whiteness it gives out the full coverage.
So when you're doing readings, you actually are you tell me about your gift because some people don't see. Like I was talking to a woman the other day who talks to fairies from different dimension. Some people just read the cards, but they don't have spirits that talk to them. But you actually have spirits that talk to you. And
Yeah.
by the way, I do have a question from Marianne. Let's tie this in here. And she says, was it scary? And did you really know what it was?
It was really scary when I was a kid. From seeing spirits to the window to my back shed to going up the stairs, running up the stairs, and then had a cupboard door slamming on you when you throw the crutch at it, like a crutch, metal bit, it got thrown back at you. Then yeah, that's scary. It was a very high area when you're calling for your mother and sister to help you, and they didn't hear a thing. Then yeah, that was scary. That was the whole point of it. Yeah.
And so what if when it was scary, like did you just keep going with it after that? I mean, like
Now between me and you, this is between all of you on the social media
just
wide.
between us and the other dozens of people that are watching, yes.
um, yes, I did. I kept going, but I done it my own way without anyone getting involved. My mother was practicing certain things herself, but she stopped at time. But myself, I literally stopped and kept going my own direction. I just didn't want to tell other people about it because when I was a kid, if you tell other people, yeah, I'm only 30 years old, but if you tell other people about it, especially the family I was in, you would have been called a bit of a cuckoo.
Hmm.
So
Exactly. And a lot of people get that. I mean, even after you're older, I'm working with psychics that have been, they're in their 50s, 60s, some 70s and older, and people still throw out the words and say you're nuts about this and all that sort of thing. Now I assume that you go like that's their problem, just let it go, and you
that's it.
don't have to deal with those people anymore.
Yeah, that's it. That's how we work. Is we're not worried about what happened in the past. We just want to carry on what the future is. But it is a story there, and it helps other people who's learning spirituality or is learning to be speaked out a little bit. Then this is my speaking out for them to help, and it's really to guide them on that information. Don't ever be afraid of speaking out what you want to do because I think it's the most important. If I know about it, if your family knows about it, speak out. Don't be afraid of doing it.
What's the first time that you actually used your gift to help somebody, and then you realized, wow, this is special?
Um, in school, I was only 10, and I remember like being this kid. I used to fight a lot with the kids in school and all that. We all been in children's school they had, and I walked through this hallway, and this tall girl with blonde hair wore my school jumper. And I didn't recognize her, but I stopped, and she looked at me, and I looked at her, and I said to my friend Stuart, I went, Chris, I said, "Do you remember that girl? You know, do you know who she is?" He said, "There's nothing there. Come on, come back to class." And I remember looking, and I walked over. I looked in the classroom to look for her. I couldn't see her. Well, I decided to be a little cheeky and get out of class a little bit earlier. Dun the damn. I found her all the way over the other side of the school. Oh, have I crashed? No. We're still alive? Yeah, okay. So I thought I crashed then. Um anyway, found her. She wasn't human.
She wasn't human.
No, wasn't human.
Well, what that would have freaked me out. What did you do?
I didn't know why, but I just talked.
Okay.
I talked to her, and she just wanted to say goodbye to a family member in the school.
Okay.
When I went up to this girl and spoke to her, I can't remember the girl's name, and she was Holly, yeah, and she was Holly. I spoke to her and told her everything about it. Done.
Wow.
It just, it was amazing. And then at one point, a little time, my mum was rushed into hospital, bless her. Um, I think she overdosed, and then she's fine now. And this one part of the hospital was shut down. One part of the hospital shut down. You want a drink? Don't ever go to a dark part of the hospital by yourself as a child.
Yeah.
No, that's not a good thing.
Yeah.
Seriously.
You missed two things. So one was the drink, and then there was the child, and then there's the dark part of the hospital.
Mm.
All right. So you're the child in the dark part of the hospital drinking, and what happens?
I got my drink, walked back in this extra room. Um, I was sitting on this stool,
Mhm.
and this lady came in. She was in one of them clavers, I think, whatever they call the head thing, the jigs. And her husband apparently was in the X-ray room, but that area was all dark. It was all part. You know what it is. So I went over, spoke to her anyway. I went to the doctor and I said, "Excuse me, there's a woman down there sitting on a chair. I don't know if she's lost or something, but apparently her husband's in the X-ray room there." Guess what the doctor says to me?
What?
He said, "Drew," he said, "that doesn't work."
It doesn't work.
It was in a renovation. It was getting fixed.
Okay, that's scary. Now, go ahead.
It it was so real to like me and you talking. I took him back over. He opened the door. It was all covers over the X-ray machine. Everything. It was getting renovated. I am not kidding you. For that kid, I was like, okay, and just walked on.
Uh-huh.
I got back to the room, found my mum. I'm sure I just had poo coming up my pants.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh. Okay, those are both scary stories. Let me ask you, and I want to go back to I've seen a couple of comments where people say this has happened to them before. How would you advise people, and I know it's a much longer program that we could probably do about uh, building your own gift. How would you advise people who want to build the gift to actually build it so that they can do something?
to build it to make it the
To
way
build
they
their
want
gift
it
so
to
that they
help
can,
people.
yes, so that they can help people, or if nothing else, just understand what it is that's inside them and can not freak out about it. How did someone do that?
Okay, I'm not going to say watch a lot of movies because it is absolutely silly. It is. I'm going to put my hand up. It's stupid. But I'm going to learn you something very important. To build yourself up, I would say highly recommend some do meditation. That meditation will keep your body relaxed and prone from anxiety. As you're building yourself up, learn about the energies around you, like an EMF does. An EMF can pick up signals of EMF, of magnetic energies. They like feeding that. They really do. And I want you to start building up as much as you can, working. And when you start hearing, stop, don't listen to your mind. Listen to the actual outside energy. Ignore as much as you can and start working with them by talking. Okay? You can either
Hmm.
talk out loud or you could talk in your mind. Because the mind signal is very quite strong as well, believe it or not. I like telepathic stuff. I do. I really do. I think that's amazing, amazing gift. But in my eyes, spirit can hear what we do because we've got like a fright and fright. I want you to literally build yourself up, practice every day, meditation, meditation. You'll learn how to go through your spirit guides, how to ground yourself. It'll start coming slowly and duly. And when you start feeling the energy, you'll start having these weird smells. You'll start having these weird images out in the dark. Like yesterday, I was actually on a hunt yesterday, and I was coming on my way back home, and I can literally see spirits running. But I didn't panic. I breathed. I relaxed. I controlled my breathing. I controlled my anxiety. They're not the ones that's going to hurt you. They are really not the ones going to hurt you.
Okay.
Okay, the ones that everyone is claiming to be hurtful. Only time you get them is when you realizing it's no, because it comes with an awful smell or an awful way of behavior. Your moods change with the energy. But my best way for them to learn is learn about your chakras and learn about your energies and learn about that. Just start from grounding yourself and then meditate constantly every day, 5, 10, 20 minutes.
Okay.
So
Start with the meditation, feel what's around you, be aware of it, and
yeah,
then slowly build from there to where you're actually feeling and seeing or being energized with the chakras.
yeah. Long
And
as you
then what?
believe in you and you believe up here too, but be aware when you believe in there, you'll get very sensitive because that's me going to be very 100% honest. I was a tough cookie in between, but I cannot watch certain films or anything because I'm a bit sensitive. I actually cry.
I feel you on that. So people will, you have done readings for all kinds of people, like normal people. I guess everyone's a normal person. You've done stuff for investigators to help them find things in different crime scenes. You're
Mhm.
also, I know, into the paranormal, the ghost hunting and that sort of stuff. If people want to get in touch with you, can they do so via your website on dn-tv.co.uk? Is
Yep,
that the best place for them to find you?
that's the best place to find me, and also my Facebook on social media.
Okay. Well, we will definitely have them look at you there. We could probably keep going for a whole hour, but this is a lunchtime show in the US or a breakfast time show if you're on the West Coast. And I want to definitely have you back on. I definitely want to thank the people from you and all of DNTV for having a funny way of looking on. We try and make it on, as often as possible, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 12:25 till we get done talking. And you are definitely going to have to come back. I'd love to have you do some readings for some people, and
I'd be
just
happy to.
that would be amazing. So, goodbye, everybody. We'll be back with you sometime in the future. Thank you for being on, and see you next time.